Good morning. Today we are working on Po31. I can order those fractions, decimals, and percentages. We are using what we've learned in these last couple of objectives and we're putting it all together. So we will be looking at values that have fractions, decimals, and percentages all mixed up. We're going to be practicing with that converting because we want them all to be the same type. It's hard to put stuff in order when it's different types. So we're going to order each group of values from least to greatest, but then we're going to write the original value for our answer. Oh my, I'm not calibrated. Calibrate super quick, hopefully. Okay, of course nothing goes smoothly when you want to do it quickly. So we're just going to be a little off as I make this video because for some reason it's not letting me calibrate. So we look at that first one, 28%. 0.3, 0.71, and 40%. When we have percents and decimals, it's hard to know their order. Pick one and convert the other one to it. So you can convert to percents, you can convert to decimals. It doesn't matter which one you pick because your final answer is going to be the original values. So let's say I want to pick percentages. So I already have 28%. What would 0.3 be? What percent, Emma? 30%. What would 0.71 be, Hayden? 71%. And then we have 40%. So now, 28%, 30%, 71%, and 40%. Can I put those in order easily? Yeah. So you can even go up top and write the numbers of what comes first. 28% would be the first one, 30% would be the next one, 40% is the next one, 71% is the next one. So you can choose to rewrite them in order, or you can just number them. Okay? But you do have to remember that it's the easiest thing is to convert them. Here I have fractions, percents, and decimals. My goodness, there's so much lumped in there. How do I know what's the smallest and what's the biggest number? I'm going to convert them. Again, you can convert to whichever one you want. Which one would you want me to convert to? Adeline? Percents. So 3/20ths would be what percent? We have to remember, how do we convert fractions? Nolan?
You multiply the denominator to get to 100.
Which is multiplying it by what?
5.
By 5. So that gives me 100 on the bottom. If I multiply the bottom by 5, I multiply that top by 5, and I get 1,500. So what percent would that be? Adeline? 15%. Then I have 18%. 0.11 is what percent? Emma? 11%. And then 1/5, what percent would that be? What do I have to do? Adeline? 20 over 100 because 5 times 20 is 100, so 1 times 20 is 100. So then what percent is that, Adeline? 20%. And then 0.09, what percent would that be? Nolan? 9%. Now I can compare those percents. 15%, 18%, 11%, 20%, 9%. So now I can say, oh, I know which is the smallest number. That 9% is the smallest. Then comes the 11%, then 15%, and that, my pen isn't calibrated, but it would be that 3/20th, then 18%, and then, oh, that 20%. So again, I'm sorry about my not calibrated board. It's all wonky on me, and I'm trying to go quick because we have confession coming up. But you get the idea? So if you're not writing the numbers, you're rewriting the values as they were originally put in the right order of least to greatest. Or you can put the numbers on the top or bottom. Let's scroll up. Write a decimal, that's between 28% and 3/10. What do you think we have to do there? What would be our first step if we have to write a decimal? Adeline? We have to convert 28% and 3/10 into decimals. And then put a decimal that would be in the middle of them. On the bottom, it's review. So they give you one number and you have to convert it to the other two. So if we have 0.28, convert it to the fraction, convert it to the percentage. What do we have to remember about the fractions? Emma? No. When we first convert denominators 100, then what's the second thing we have to remember? So yes, we have to remember denominator of 100. Maddie, what's the second thing? Simplify. Okay? Any questions on today's assignment? All right, if you are watching this at home, I hope you are well. I hope to see you soon. Have a wonderful day.